Well, as you may have heard by now, CES Las Vegas, largest convention going all digital. Now, this translates into a major hit to our local economy. Thank you for joining us. I'm Brian Loftus.
Hi there, Brian, and I'm Denise Valdez. The Consumer Electronics Show is moving everything online in 2021 because of the coronavirus. CES, though, brings in more than $280 million to our economy, and more than 170,000 people visit our city during this particular convention. Now, the cancellation of this event will impact a lot of jobs in both the convention and the hospitality industry. Next year's event is taking place in January, and it's only going to be online. Governor Sisolak said on Twitter that he respects the difficult decision the organizers of CES had to make, and he thanks them for their partnership. The governor added he looks forward, though, to welcoming them back in person in January of 2022. Brian?
Denise, from hotel reservations to catering, each trade show cancellation is a lot of money Las Vegas misses out on. With the CES announcement, many of you that work on these conventions wonder, what does the future hold for this industry? Joe Moeller is live outside the Las Vegas Convention Center with reaction, and Joe has some hopeful news.
Hey there, Brian. Well, CES was supposed to be the first show to happen here at the expansion of the convention center. We've been watching this go up for months. Here's a live look in here at this evening. Construction does continue. LBCVA CEO Steve Hill says it's unfortunate the show is not happening, but understands why. This pandemic has created a lot of uncertainty within the industry. Thousands of people rely on these trade shows to make a living.
It's like, oh, gee, we just lost another one. That's wonderful. Now what? You know, and it's just polish your resume. Hope you can get something to keep the lights on.
CES 2021 going virtual is hurting convention workers and companies relying on trade show business.
Disappointed, for sure. Disappointed.
Dale Young is the CEO of Astound Group. The company designs and builds exhibits for trade shows. Cancellations like this force them to change their way of business.
We've had 5 months now to really take it all in and make the appropriate changes.
No shows are happening at the convention center through September. As of now, SEMA Show, the specialty automotive parts trade show, is still happening in November, but with changes.
Incorporating one-way aisles and doing a daily health query and a passive temperature check system, those are the types of things that we're going to be doing.
The Vice President, Tom Gattuso, says they are also working to move more exhibits outside. They are monitoring the virus in Southern Nevada.
We understand the value that it has for the city of Las Vegas and all the people that work throughout the city on our show. But our main concern has to be creating an environment that people are comfortable in.
Young says show cancellations force them to open up to more industries outside of conventions.
We knew the different paths that would be less affected, so we just refocused our efforts around those different lines of business.
Now back out here live, the Vice President of the SEMA Show also says the amount of exhibitors attending their show so far is down, but they did expect that with the pandemic and the amount of people visiting Las Vegas. He also says that they do have enough right now for the show to continue. He says this also brings hope for many people throughout the city. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Joe, what are some of the concerns convention workers have if more shows cancel or more shows go online?
Yeah, you know, I spoke to the one stagehand this morning and asked him what colleagues have said about the cancellation of CES and other shows, and he says they're worried about it. They're going to have to find another job here within the city, and as you can imagine right now, that's not an easy thing to do, so they're all going to keep a close eye on shows like SEMA here in the near future.